the defuse kit alongside smoke grenade. The remaining Winstike player is going to be opting to go for some utility as well. That's in fact Waylander here with the Molotov and smoke grenade in his pocket. World did it. Also opting to go for the Molotov. It does look like Winstike though. Before making any sort of pushes here at the bomb sites, still going to be playing this one relatively safe. We can see that. If there's anyone going to be the first point of contact, it might just be Zivu here towards the ramp. It seems to be a couple of the Winstike players setting up their smoke grenades here. Looks like they're actually going to be... moving. Oh no, the Molotov had bounced back. Of course, this will allow for the Winstike players to continue on moving forward on the bomb site. As they do have upper bombs to control, they can very easily now plant the bomb site. With that bomb now being planted, you can see that obviously Vitality now gonna wait for the smokes to fade, and then they're gonna be making their pushes here. We can see that. It's slowly but surely the Vitality players are now going to be making their pushes here at the bomb site. They have retreated all the way to the hut. So this is some awful positioning right now for Winstike. They're pretty much out of this one. There's of course players to help out NBK to make sure he can get the defuse in, and he sure does. The Winstike players weren't able to do too much in that round, as the bomb, it wasn't planted in a bad position, but because all the Winstike players made their way back towards Squeaky as well as Blue Hut, it was very difficult to actually try to get out of those positions and stop the bomb defuse. It was definitely a valiant attempt there from the Winstike players, but I mean, it is such a difficult sign to be holding on if you're a Winstike. Sure, you're able to enter it and plant the bomb, but holding on to it becomes a different issue, a different beast altogether. Some early damage being dealt on Zyvu as well as NBK hitting the ground. I'm not really sure where he was stationed at, but obviously Vitality is still going to be quite careful going up against the pistols of Winstike, and I'm not really sure why Zyvu has decided to be holding out outside with that MP5 of his. And the MP5 isn't the best of gun in the long range distance. We can see that World Edit somehow wins the fight against Apex. This obviously isn't looking too bright here for Vitality, as they ended up losing two of their players pretty early on here, which means that we can even see Vumich has made his way down secret. I wouldn't be too surprised if we can see the remaining of the Winstike players to try to regroup and actually hit this B bomb site at this point. That would seem to be the most logical move right now, and I don't think Happy will anticipate the positioning of Vumich. It does take him down, sure, but there's still 3 more Winstike players they have to go up against, which, interestingly enough, I was maybe hoping to see them already be in the B side, but they're going to be making this one even more interesting. As we can see, that Waylander is going to be trying to make his way up heaven. Zyvu holding and waiting, but even he is trying to question himself. He's not really sure where the players are coming from, but now he sees them, and he takes him down. There's 3 kills there for Zyvu, and Vitality do claim the second round here on the CT side. Can't really say that was the most cleanest of rounds for Vitality. They do end up losing 2 of their players here, but they do succeed nonetheless. Oh, this seems to be a bit of a faster play here from Winstike. At least it is from Waylander's perspective, as he's made his way all the way through Squeaky. He's still trying to find some more players here, but he's pretty much stuck between a rock and a hard place. And somehow he's actually been able to escape this difficult position. As right now, the Winstike players, they seem to be trying to deploy some of those grenades here over the A bomb site as the push is taking place. RPK's finding 3 kills though. I'm not really sure where he's able to find all those kills here. RPK, there's the 4th one for him. And we can see that the Vitality players have been able to decimate the Winstike offensive. Bit of a shame we didn't get to see the POV there of RPK, because that was some crazy shooting from him. Truly crazy. Winstike right now, because they ended up losing the previous round, we're just gonna have to be playing with the pistols here. We can definitely be calling it a partial investment, because we can see that at Winstike they have some of those upgraded pistols. The Kevlar is some of the players, but that's obviously not a lot to offer. Though we are seeing a fast push here onto the bomb site. It seems like they're finding some kills here, which isn't too bad here for Winstike, especially because this push is taking place in the upper bomb site. NBK though still hasn't revealed his position. He should be helping out his teammate, and he sure does. There's Happy alongside NBK getting the last kills, and of course Vitality now have 4 rounds on the board. We can see that the Winstike players will, at the very least now, have a proper investment here. We can see that World Lit will be prioritizing the AK-47 as well as utility in this round. Not going to be going for the sniper rifle just yet. It could also be just because of the fact that he doesn't, or may not be feeling too confident playing upward on the map like Nuke. There seems to be a bit of a gap there in this moment. I think Apex, yep, he's definitely going to try to abuse it. Does do some good damage on one of the players, but it's obviously no kill here for Vitality. This secret control now being in the hands of Winstike. They're probably going to continue on pushing forward here, but they are already anticipating for someone like Happy to come in the back lines. At least they're able to kill him, and Winstike, they've actually gone full circle here. It looks like they're, instead of heading down secret, they might be interested to go up and beyond. And more in particular, I think that Quick is going to try to make his way up heaven. So, he definitely heard and saw it clear there. If Quick can get this kill, that'd be so massive here for Winstike. Oh no, he ends up running out of bullets. And this awkward exchange will be ending now, at least. As we can see that some of the Winstike players don't really have a lot of HP here. As anywhere they go, they must be very careful. Seems to be... Oh, Boomich finding a kill here. NBK is in a very difficult position right now. He does go down to the blue hut. Like I said, he's on very low HP. Seems to be... Oh, nice try there from Zivu, but can't win the fight against Quick as Winstike will be getting one more round here on the board. Their first one to be exact here on Nuke. Oh, this is interesting. We can see that the Winstike players have actually made their way all the way down secret. So now this is looking like a very good opportunity for the Winstike players to maybe actually get the bomb down here. That's something we haven't been able to see too often here. They pretty much got full control here of the B site. Though, I want to note that there's still a couple players here from Vitality. You can see that NBK is going to have to do a lot of hard work here if he wants to keep his team into the round here. And I don't think there's actually a single teammate to back him up just yet. There's definitely a couple players who make this way down ramp. Ooh. There's now NBK lining up at least one kill here in this scenario. Winstike now not finding too much success here. In fact, it's been all the hands of NBK, but if you look at that, Waylander just spinning around with that AK of his will be able to land 2 kills. This does mean that Zivu finally comes in. But now, the Vumich man, well, let's see what he could do here in this scenario. He has been a great asset here for Winstike, especially in that previous map. And oh, there we go. He finds the angle there on Zivu. And I do wonder where on earth is RBK stationed at, because it doesn't seem to be nowhere near Vumich. This is looking like a pretty interesting scenario right now for Winstike, as they definitely have a chance coming into this one, but I'm almost certain that RBK, yep, he does have vision, not only the bomb, but on Vumich himself. And this is quite the important victory that Vitality got here. The Winstike players, their economy has been reset, so they will have to go for what seems to be an eco here. But that's a good thing, I mean, for Winstike, that they only have to go for 1 eco. It's not like it's going to have to be a double eco here for Winstike. Because we do recall that previous round, we definitely saw that I think 3 or so players survived. So that is one of the main reasons why we do get to see Winstike here with a bit more money than usual. And this time around, they actually have decided to go for a tactical timeout here. So their coach, XCO, probably going to give him some intel on how to approach Nuke here. As right about now, I mean, one round on the terrorist side of Nuke is simply not good enough. So they're definitely going to be hoping to Winstike to maybe find some more success later on in the half. Maybe not at this point, because right here, it's just going to have to be an eco for Winstike, which of course means a very good opportunity for Vitality to maybe get one more round here on the board. There seems to be a certain Waylander here trying to make the play here. Apex definitely sees him in that scenario, and yes, this awkward exchange will still be working out here for Apex. In fact, Winstike, I don't really think they can actually get anything done here. You see Happy rounding up the players here. The last man standing is, of course, World Edit. He can definitely see a couple of players coming his way, but of course, this will be one more round here for Vitality in the books. As right about now, this is where we can see a proper investment from Winstike. Though no AWP will be able to come out here, even if they would have wanted for it. They simply don't have the money to make the purchase. So yes, it's still going to have to be rifles for days. But as they do have the rifles, we can definitely contemplate the fact that Winstike have been able to find some success when it comes down to these faster plays here. So I wouldn't be too surprised if Winstike, maybe, even with this very little amount of utility, would be going for some faster plays, like maybe acquiring outside control. We could actually see that being the case. About 10 or so seconds have passed, and they're already here in the outside area. They haven't really been able to cross towards Secret. Not sure what's holding them down. Oh, in fact, there is a Molotov there. So, of course, they're going to wait for it to extinguish, and now they're going to be going down Secret. Ziva, though, I'm not sure he was able to spot out the player there, but there seems to be a very small gap there. Right now, it seems to be that Happy. Oh, okay, Happy Apex is here to help him out. So, Happy is now not by his lonesome here. I'm not really sure what he's trying to get up close here towards the Paleos. He will be getting 1 second kill there for Happy, oddly enough. And there's the third one in. This suddenly has looked to be a very good round for Vitality to take. The last man standing is, of course, Quick, but it doesn't look like he will be able to accomplish anything at this point. I'm not really sure if you can get the wall bang through there, Happy, but nice try. You can see that Quick now left in this 1-4 scenario. Still going to be trying to get something done here if possible. Well, you can still try to attempt a kill on Happy. He is quite low in HP. But of course, all Happy is doing there is just trying to attract as much noise as possible. But there is one more player on the stairs there. So Quick is going to be having quite the difficult time to enter the bomb site here. Quick moving forward slowly but surely, but he should realize one simple fact, that he's simply running out of time. As the timer is going to be running lower and lower, he should, as harsh as that sound, he has to die at this point. He doesn't want to die after the timer, because that would mean he would only have $100 in his pockets. So it looks like he will be able to survive for now, but I'm almost certain Happy going to try to hunt him down, but alright. Looks like at the very least Winstike will get to keep Quick's rifle, but we can see that this is obviously not a very good economical situation for Winstike. It's another scenario where the CIS team will have to go for an eco here. But this is interesting though, because Quick, even though he has kept his rifle, which is nice and all, but we can see that the economical situation is quite uneven. Winstike now will be going for the eco here, that's for certain, but yep, after this round, so to speak, once this round is over, Winstike will be able to have their rifles and whatnot, and Quick will probably be on the pistol. World it, trying to find some kills there if possible, but not looking too good here for the Winstike squad, as they're being shut down everywhere they're going. World it, maybe he can find the frag here against, nope, he cannot find it against NBK. NBK will get the better of him, as of course he does have the rifle, so Resident will start shooting at a guy who doesn't even have any armor. It does mean that the aim punch kicks in, and it becomes so difficult for the ecoing guy to do anything at that point. It seems to be the 8th round here for Vitality, and one thing maybe I would be interested to see is the Winstike players haven't really tried actually pushing down ramp. That's one of the parts of the map where they haven't really contested too often. Yes, they've gone for the outside control. They had players going down secret. They also had a very successful upper bomb site push on the very first pistol round. But honestly, they haven't really gone towards the ramp area of the map. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see them actually try to go there at least this time around. You can see that Vumich is logging, maybe hoping to find a kill here, but it's not going to be too easy because the ramp guy, which I do believe is MBK, is playing it very safe at this point. There's RBK. Oh, the nade does a lot of damage there from NBK. Looks like Winstike are actually going to continue on moving forward here towards ramp. There's Zebu here. Looks like the Molotov. Yes, the Molotov will definitely force him out. So he's going to have to be a bit more careful in his approach here. Doesn't see a single player jumping down towards the ramp, but I'm almost certain NBK heard the footsteps. So right about now, the Winstike players probably going to continue on moving forward, but they actually anticipate NBK to be in this position. Aggressive stuff from NBK. Nice try, but it's simply not going to be good enough to get any more kills. In fact, as we can see, this ramp push is working out wonders for Winstike. So far, so good. They have lost only one player so far. That is Quick going down. There's RPK finding a kill. And Zeman back dropping the bomb carrier. So suddenly, such winnable ground has gone down to the wire. It's a good thing that Vumich will be able to get the last kill. And it will be now 2 rounds for Winstike. The 2 rounds here for Winstike still obviously aren't as good as they probably could be here for Winstike. And definitely I'm certain they want to try to accomplish as many rounds as possible here on the T side. We can see that in this round, interestingly enough, Norbert has decided to go for the MAC-10 purchase. Maybe he was hoping that some of the Vitality players might actually even have to go for an eco, but that's definitely not the case, as Vitality haven't been able to get a lot of consecutive round wins here, and somehow Norbert has actually made his way down secret. Interestingly enough, this is where Zebu is holding the off. Pretty close quarters engagement, but Zebu at least deters Norbert from pushing any further. This now seems to be a push here from Winstike players, as they're now moving into the ramp area yet again. It does look like, oh, World Hit will take down Apex. Not really sure why Apex has actually decided to push on through. But right about now, he puts his team in a detrimental position because there's really no one covering the A bomb site. This is where Waylander, he does find the kill on Zebu. This obviously isn't looking too good here for the Frenchman. There's NBK and Happy still surviving in this scenario, but as we can see, they're very much far apart from one another, and I don't really think they're even going to try to contest this retake. Their best bet, obviously, try to save the guns here. If they end up saving the 2 rifles here, then on the 12th round, Vitality will still have an investment. But for now, yes, it's obvious and quite impeccable for the Frenchmen to try to save their guns. Well, it looks like Happy will have one of these players coming into his crosshair. There's NBK finding one more. In all fairness, yes, this just pretty much seems to be it for Vitality. It's a good thing that they do have an DWP here, which will be dropped here in the hands of Zebu. Norbert, yet again taken over outside control by his lonesome. Waylander also maybe trying to find a quick kill here, but I mean, yeah, his position has been compromised, and there we have a pretty good setup there from RPK alongside Apex. So this will be netting them the first kill here. Zebu will take down Norbert towards outside. And right about now, the remaining Winstike players are stationed here close by towards ramp. And it looks like that's what they're going to be going for. NBK anticipates that to be the case, and it's a apparently. All in the hands of Vumich to try to get this clutch in, but it will be quite hard here for Vumich to actually get anything done at this point. We can see that he does have the bomb with him, so he's definitely going to try to get this in, but yes, there's Happy here on the bomb site. We'll be getting the kill on Vumich, and it looks like a pause will be taking place. If anything, I would presume it's again the Winstike players taking over a time for themselves to discuss their approach here on the map. As I can't really say that these past couple rounds have been too successful here for the Winstike players. I mean, the good thing is that they still have some more rounds to work with here. The first half, not so good and all, but I mean, the first half, it is coming to a close, so I'm almost certain this is going to be the round where Winstike do decide to go to actually for Nico and save up some of that money. And then if the very remaining, what is going to be? I think 2 more rounds remaining here, the first half. If Winstike can get those, then I guess it's still going to be a somewhat decent half here. Especially because they are going up against the likes of Vitality nonetheless. And even though Vitality did, I'll give it this. Vitality did kind of flop there on that second map before Best of 3 does too. They seem to be still very much in contention here. Waylander still trying to make his way towards the B side, it seems like. Not going to get any kills here, but here's Happy spotting out Vumich there. This does mean that the bomb's been dropped. Happy's still making plays here towards the outside area. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to get anything done here. It's still Happy wrecking havoc. And there's still 4 more bullets remaining in that clip of his. And it looks like it will be Happy getting 3 kills in that scenario. And his buddy Zevo getting 2. So as I mentioned earlier, the greatest thing right now for Winstike would be to acquire these last 2 rounds here in the first half. If they somehow get these 2 more rounds in their pockets, then, well, like I said, it will be a decent half. For now, only them having 3 rounds, it is pretty, well, despicable. I'd love to see them to acquire at least a couple more here. At least have a bit of a better chance here in the first half, and it looks like Waylander has been able to sneak past through this Vitality defensive. And apparently, it doesn't even look like the secret guy will actually anticipate Waylander to be in his position. So Waylander, if anything is gonna be, if anyone in fact is gonna be making plays, it has to be him. He's now in such a prime position to do some serious damage. There we go. There's Waylander finding a kill on NBK. And right about now, the secret guy I think is also gonna be making his way here, but he has to face Waylander. Happy cannot succeed. And we can see that the remaining Winstike players, because and continue on moving forward on this A bomb side, or actually no, on the B side. That's where the bomb will be going down. Waylander holding quite the impressive angle. Zevo would have to be very quick on that no-scope of his in order to win the fight against Waylander. Which Zevo, yep, there's the quick no-scope I was talking about. You can now see that Vitaly going to continue on moving forward. Zevo again with a kill here. And it's all up to the hands of Worlded to get this clutch in. It's still quite possible for him, don't get me wrong. So, oh, there's the first kill working out for him. And I'm not sure if the bomb's been planted in an open position. If it is, yep, it sure is. Worlded should have a chance, but RBK still wins it. This does mean that RBK not only does he end up getting the kill, but also enough time to defuse the bomb. So well done here by the tank himself. That is a crucial round here for Vitality to pick up, because the Winstike players, they were so close to getting 1 more round here. And it just has to be soul crushing to actually end up losing that round. Some early nade damage here from Vitality. All the Winstike players. Somehow Waylander will still be winning the fight against Apex. Wouldn't be too surprised if RPK can actually still get something done in this scenario. It kind of looks like Winstike will be going for this all-out push here. Bomb site. Somehow Waylander wins the fight. There's only RPK here at the bomb site. He's still very close to winning the fight against Boomich, but he jumps down the ladder. Definitely quite intentional. And the nade. Boom. There we go. There's the kill there for NBK. And this is looking like a very solid round right now for Vitality. NBK more or less realized the positions of the Winstike players, but hold on just a sec. It's not over just yet, because Happy It's got a pretty good angle here on the two remaining Winstike players, but it's obviously a very doable scenario for Winstike to actually come out on top in. This is going to be a clutch from Happy. He's going to try to give it his best shot in this scenario. Here, flash raining in. Of course, Happy definitely anticipates at least one player to be right behind the cylinder. He has no idea about the positioning of the second guy, which does mean that Happy, on his approach, will try to check as many angles as possible. But of course, the timing here going to be quite impeccable. He does see one of the players tries to win the fight, but he cannot succeed against Quick. And at the very least, there's the 4th round here for Winstike, which does make the seat, well, the terrorist side at least somewhat more doable for Winstike, but it will be better than 3 rounds, that's for certain. But let's see how much success they actually have here with the 4 rounds. Again, if we do recall a map like this too, we did see how much success Winstike was able to get on the back of them, winning the pistol round, and just on the CD side from the back of it, just winning round after round after round, and actually even winning the second map. So here though, I wonder if Winstike are going to be able to continue on with their performance. Looks like we are going to be seeing maybe a Vitality push here on the upper bomb side. That seems to be, well, that seems to be quite possible, but hold on just a sec. There's a couple players rushing down ramp as well, and Vitality, where on earth are they heading at? Apparently, it's going to be up the heaven, it seems like. Happy and Zivu getting some crucial kills at this point, so it's not looking too great here for Winstike to acquire the pistol round. Worlded trying to win that fight against the player outside, but of course he gets caught off reloading, and this is just looking like a horrible round right now for Winstike as every single player goes down, and Vitality do claim the pistol round. With that pistol round of being in their favor, you're probably going to have to see a Winstike eco, and this again means that Vitality got themselves another chance at winning a pistol round, pardon me, an easy round. Oh, this is some quite horrible odds here for the Winstike players. 1 odd here for Vitality and 13.5 for Winstike. I mean, it is understandable in this scenario for sure why the odds are skewed like that, but I mean, come on. Oh, there's still got to be some chance here for Winstike. Winstike though, not only the pistols here, putting a lot of emphasis on this A-side defensive. It does look like some of the Winstike players are going to be holding quite passively here. There is one guy stationed there towards Secret, and it kind of looks like you can actually get something done here. It's actually Quick getting the first kill. This is still looking quite doable here for Winstike. They do find some damage dealt as well, so some of these players here from Vitality are super duper low. So they might just be able to get something done here, Winstike. But yeah, at this point, Quick does recover the scout, so looks like he's just going to be able to keep it at least in the next round. But I don't think any of the remaining guys who are low in HP like NBK and RBK are going to be going for any peaks here. But there's in fact a kill for Quick. So I'm not sure what gun did Happy have. I think that was just UMP. So Quick can definitely consider the try to recover it, but it's not going to matter too much as the upcoming round we will see Winstike on the proper investment. Well, Winstike have decided to take the eco here. Pardon me, the tactical timeout here. Not sure if they'll be able to discuss something of great importance here, but they obviously need to try to win this round here. Otherwise, this is going to be going down south quite quickly here on the 3rd map. Because in a world where Winstike end up losing this one, this does mean that the Winstike players are going to have to go for what seems to be an eco. That is, of course, such a horrible scenario. Once the second half is coming to a close, Norbert, the only guy holding off towards ramp, he does find the headshot there in NBK. We can see that the remaining Vitality players are just going to continue on battle on here on the B side. They're definitely making some strides here, but Norbert still putting off the off angle will get one more kill. We can see that some of the Winstike players have been able to chime in with kills. This still means that there's an opportunity here for Winstike, and a good one at that. Waylander moving it in and getting one more kill, and in fact, that will be 3 kills here for Waylander on the defensive. So that was pretty well done here by the Winstike players. And even though it did mention that if Winstike ended up losing this round, they might have to go for an eco, you can actually see the fact that Vitality, they're the ones who don't really have the most amount of money. For sure, they're going to be going for the investment here. They have the rifles coming out here, but they themselves might be in economic turmoil if they're not careful enough. Trying to find something early on here, Vitality, but it looks like it's going to be worlded, and Waylander actually gets the knife and unhappy. Didn't really get to see how that happened, but I only saw the kill feed coming in, and again, I see that in the kill feed, Apex somehow gets 2 kills here. It looks like RPK gonna be taking down Norbert. There we go, he goes down. And the Winstike, RPK, please don't be staying in the flames anymore longer. There's really no need for that. We can see that the Winstike players, they're quite far apart from one another. There's in fact World Edit holding things down towards ramp, and of course you have Vumich on the A bomb side. And Vitality, like, their players are all over the map. Most importantly, they do have one of their individuals who I do believe is that actually Apex? Yeah, that's actually Apex here in the Heaven area. You can very easily find a kill here on Vumich. If he ends up moving towards the bomb side, yep, finally comes in. No, he loses the fight. Vumich somehow comes out on top, and of course Zebu has no idea about the positioning here of World Edit, and somehow Winstike able to come out on top. Man, that was something I really wasn't hoping to see. Oddly enough, even though Apex has got the higher ground, he loses the fight against Vumich. And this means that, yes, Vitality, this is an eco here for the French. Yeah, that was quite a dissatisfying loss here for Vitality. Not really sure if they can actually get anything done here on the pistol round, because we can already see there's Vitality. Okay, there's Happy getting 1 kill. So that's pretty good, but in all fairness, this will be another round here for Winstike. I'm almost certain about that. Yep, there we go. When you look at that prediction level, we see that Norbert has got himself some 2 kills in that round, and Winstike, they're in fact going to be able to build up a bit of economy here now, as they have been able to win some consecutive round wins. And would you look at that, Vitality, seems like they're actually still discussing on what they want to be purchasing here. Oddly enough, oh, finally the AK-47s do come out. So done wonder, maybe the Vitality players do decide to take that extra time to maybe discuss what they want to do at this point. Because we can definitely see that some of the Vitality players will be heading over towards the outside area, where Waylander very much trying to win the fight here, but he somehow survives with 6 points of health. He finally goes down to the hands of NBK. I guess at this stage, because we do get to see a lot of these Vitality players in here at the upper bomb side, they're probably going to try to make this push happen. So far, so good here as RPK is finding all the necessary entry frags. The bomb site has been taken over here. It goes back in favor, and hold on, Norbert tries to do his best. But I mean, there's so many players he has to go up against. Now, Quick, this would be quite the clutch for him to win. We can actually come out on top here. But it will be very difficult, because we can see that some of these Vitality players are entrenched quite well. They got some good positionings here. Quick does land 1 kill. But I mean, like I said, it is quite difficult to be winning against Vitality players. We can see, though, on the back of Winstike actually winning a couple of those rounds in a row, they have built up some economy. So as force buys are concerned, it's not going to be too shabby for Winstike. We'll have a couple of those rifles come out. I think Waylander might have to go for what seems to be just a mere pistol. But other than that, I mean, it's not looking too bad here for Winstike. So smoke's being deployed and early utility usage for Vitality on this bomb site, and yet Quick is able to spot out, I think, the arm there of Vitality, but it doesn't really matter as he himself, despite low HP, Norbert sees a bunch of these players barreling their way onto the B bomb site. There's RPK again finding the entry frag. I'm not really sure if there's a single player from Winstike on that B bomb site. If there is, he's gonna have to be very careful about this. One Waylander opens up the door, so right about now, Vitality know the positioning here of some of these Winstike guys. Don't at it. Knows that there's a couple players trying to hunt him down. There's Zebu getting the kill. And we can see that it's all up to Vumich to try to get this clutch for Winstike, because he's up in the upper bomb site. Apex though will find the kill on Vumich. And that was such a crucial round for Vitality to win, as now they have completely reset the economy for Winstike. We can see that the CIS team, pretty much every single player has got around $2,000. Which means that as the investment will take place, it's not going to be looking good. What do we have here? Upgraded pistols, some Kevlar, and some utility. That's about it, really. Not looking too great here for the Winstike. There's some grenades raining in. Norbert, though, there's really no one looking towards Ramp, but Norbert able to land some crucial shots here with the deal of this. And there's Norbert even getting the third kill in here. This push here from Winstike, it's kind of working out for them. There's Apex, though, eliminating World Edit and Norbert. And on the back of this wacky push, it's still a somewhat good scenario here for Winstike. There's Quick left in a 1-on-2. I mean, the way that push turned out, that could have been easily all the kills going in favor of Vitality, but over here, there's still a chance here for Winstike. It's a slim one for sure, but it is a chance nonetheless. But Vitality, a team like this shouldn't be able to screw this situation up. Their best bet would be just to try to stick together and get the last player. Though, we can see that Vitality, they might as well be questioning themselves, is they're not really sure where they want to be going just yet. But right about now, they definitely spotted a Quick in that position, and it will be the third map going in favor of Vitality, which does mean that the best of 3 series is going to be going in here for Vitality, as they do come out victorious. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. That's about it here for the European qualifiers. Of course, in a couple hours of time, we're going to be heading over to NA, so I hope to see you all then.